Hello everyone, my name is Carlie Hamilton and I'm back again with another scrapbook process video for you guys. Now this one is something a little bit different for me. This is my first layout in my Month of Me project. And I'm doing my Month of Me project in the pocketed project lifestyle of layout, and this is the first time that I have actually ever done a pocketed style scrapbook, so it's very exciting and something very different for me. One thing that I will say is that I am terrible at card making, and that's because I am not so good at working at small canvas sizes. So I knew that this was going to be a bit of a challenge for me because it's sort of like making a little mini card. But that's another reason why I really wanted to do it project lifestyle, so that I can push myself to do something different and to push me out of my comfort zone. So this is for the first prompt number 1, and that prompt is self-portrait, and so I've been calling it my selfie shot. And what I'm doing now is just going through my project life cards. I have the flea market mini kit, the polka dot party mini kit, and then I've got a range of cutouts and stuff that I've cut out from sheets and paper and stuff like that. So I've gone for a navy blue and pink polka dots, which you can see there, which worked out well because they're probably my favorite colors is pink and blue, which you may or may not have noticed with a lot of my layouts being of these two colors. And these are going to be the final cards that I use now, I've decided. And now that I've decided what cards I'm going to use, I'm going to start actually making the layout. So I'm cutting down my photos to make them a little bit smaller so that they fit on the pages nicely. I have a little bit more room to do things with. So all these cards are from Project Life cards, except for that one there, which is from a cut apart sheet from the Dear Lizzie Daydreamer. I think that's where it's from. So I round the corners on that one to make it match with all these other rounded cornered cards. Now I'm going to use that pink polka dotted pink paper to sort of give a bit of a matte to my large photo there, to give it a bit of lift off the page, and to also tie it into the pink elements on the other pages. The other one I don't bother matting it, I just stick it down. I think this layout ended up taking me longer than I expected. I was expecting me to whip out this layout in 20 to 30 minutes. It ended up taking me about 50 minutes to do, which is crazy because that's as long as a 12 by 12 layout can take me. I think it's because this is a new style of project for me that I wanted to, that it took me longer because I was unfamiliar with how everything was going to work out. So as I said, this layout is my selfie layout, and I really wanted this layout to be all about me. I wanted it to be a sort of a snapshot of all about me. So I'm using my Kindy Glitz, which is a brand here for stickles, just to go around the outside of that circle and give it a bit of sparkle. I really like that card, and I could just leave it how it is. It just says making every moment count, and that really speaks to me at the moment. I want to sort of live for today sort of thing. So all I did to jazz that up a bit was put a bit of that Kindy Glitz around the circle to make it sparkle. Now I am titling this card The Facts, and I plan on just putting my basic 101 facts about me at this point in my life. So my name, how old I am, my address, my current employment, my job, and pets are the categories that I chose to put here. Now these little stickers here are awesome. I love them. They're from Kaisercraft, and they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of letters in 2 different colors on one sheet, and I got these for $1 and they are lasting forever. I love them. They are super tiny but super awesome. So if you ever see them anywhere, I recommend you get them. Now on this big one here, I was about to stick down my name with these letter stickers, but I decided that the white was too white. Well, it's a cream, but it's too plain. So I got out my misting spray to give it a bit of a splatter, and I just covered my photo with a bit of tissue because it was the closest thing I had on hand at the time, and I just splatter on some spray. This is my Tattered Angels in Watermelon, and it's really pretty. So I just give it a bit of a shake and everything to dry it a bit, and then I start sticking down my letter stickers. And on this page I'm just spelling out my name, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this page. I haven't journaled on it yet, but I think I'm just going to write a little snapshot or overview or something about myself. So there we go. It's my my name. So now that I've got all the letter stickers down, I have to start embellishing. And as I said, I'm not really the best at making these like small scale card sort of things. So I'm a little bit nervous, and that's probably another reason why this layout took so long to do. So I decided to stick down one of these buttons from the Dear Lizzie Daydreamer line because the colour just went nicely with the rest of my layout. And then I grab out my dimensional embellishment box, and because of that button, I think the rest of the buttons just suddenly call to me. And if you watched any of my other videos, you know that I really love including buttons on my page. So I pull out some buttons in the pink and the cream and the blue, and also a little heartwood veneer, and I think it just looked so sweet, and I just fell in love with it and knew that I just had to have a random cluster of buttons on the page. And I actually just had stuck down those buttons, like I just placed them on the page, not really thinking about it, but I love the way that I've just thoughtlessly placed all those elements on the page. So later when I go to stick them down, I glue them down exactly as how I've originally placed them. I'm also got out a bit of chipboard from the Maggie Holmes flea market chipboard, and I've ended up sticking that on a bit of clear packaging just so that I can move it around the page if I need to. So here I am, I'm sticking down all those buttons. I liked it so much that I was like, I've just got to stick them down how they are. Doesn't matter. That's just the way they're going to go. I'm using my just my adhesive dots. Highly recommended for buttons and dimensional things like this. If you haven't used them before, they just stick awesome, and they're so easy to use. You just plop it onto the sheet and then pull it off. So it's great. Highly recommended. So I decided I needed something down the bottom of this card, and really excited that I'm using up some of my lace stuff that I've had in my collection for a little bit. And this lace is just some cheap lace that I've bought from Kmart or somewhere like that. So I stick the lace down, and it just adds a little bit of dimension that I think that card needed. And then I stick down the chipboard. So I'm opening up a new packet here for my enamel dots, and I'm using my scalpel here to put down the dots. And I know that I'm going to cut myself sometime really soon, but I just find it so much easier to use the scalpel to pick them off the sheet and place them down exactly where I want them to go. I find they just like don't go nicely when I'm using my hands alone. So I'm calling that layout done now. So this is my Month of Me album. I'm using a Project Life mini album. And I'm going to have the first page as a title page, which I haven't done yet. I'll wait till the end of the month and pick out some photos that I think symbolize the month. And I'm sticking them in there. I love sticking stuff into albums. I just love flicking through albums. there we go. My first Project Life layout. And I think it turned out really well. I really love this page. I think it's me, although maybe a super sweet version of me that doesn't actually exist, but it's what I like. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do let me know in the comments below what you think. I'd love to hear. And also if you've got any great tips for Project Lifestyle layouts, please also let me know. If you're interested in learning more about the month of me, there'll be a link below that you can check out. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching everyone. Bye!